Right. Trap for the other. That's what we were doing. Oh boy. So, Darren, I'm going to have to turn on you and make it convincing. Please don't break off the relationship. I really like this relationship. Okay, what was the ability that gets rid of my fatigue? It's here somewhere.
Can we rest now?
Yeah, I'm working on it. This one.
How about now?
You know what? Is that the same level? Level 7? No. Use the weaker one. I have a weaker version of this. No. I'm assuming it has the same icon. Bad assumption to make. Very bad assumption to make. Oh, maybe it doesn't have the same icon. Ugh. Because then we're at 7. Okay. Must have a different icon. Yeah, there we go. Use that. I don't think there's any point in pre-buffing at all. Okay. Please don't hate me. I love you. God, he didn't even try to give me a portrait anymore. Leader plays his role perfectly. He stands for... Oh my god, we're going to burn him at the stake? Ooh, this is going to be rough, guys. He stands before the improvised place of execution, formidable and emotionless, like the living embodiment of inescapable retribution. Commander, I'm glad to see that you held up your end of the deal. The Mender of Inquisition thanks you. We will take custody of the criminal now. It's hard to read anything on Darren's face. My, what a curious installation. Count Arendelle, the Mender of Inquisition finds you guilty of treason, criminal links to demonic cults, orchestrating the murders of several of his country's citizens, who were killed and decapitated by you or your accomplices in Canabras and a range of other places. I, Leota Hawkblade, Inquisitor and Exterminator of the demonic blight by the grace of the Inheritor, have been authorized to carry out the sentence. Death by fire. With the mission of the Commander, we will begin. Ah, is this how we get me to make him think that I'm in on it? Darren darts a glance at you, seeming a lost voice. I'm so sorry. Intimidate. Did you really think I would agree to tolerate you forever? A miserable excuse for a man that you are. I'll enjoy watching roast at the stake. Don't disappoint me now. Scream as loud as you can. Blufflight. Never really cared about you. I'll hand you over to the Inquisition without a second thought. I mean, that just sounds horrible. At least this is outwardly lying. The Inquisitor, who seems to be listening to something only he can sense, gives you a subtle nod. It appears everything is going as planned. The rest of your companions exchange bewildered glances, but keep watching without a word, understanding that something unusual is about to happen. Darren seems shaken by your words. He looks away for a moment, then asks with feigned glee, "Burning at the stake, A trifle old-fashioned. I thought you'd offer something a little more sophisticated with your noble clientele. But what interests me most is what your role is in all of this, Lyria." Oh, don't ask me questions. Don't ask me questions. I'm going to have to load if I fail this, Darren. The Count is obviously trying his best to mask his emotions, but his voice betrays him. A slight waver, as if he cannot believe what is happening. I'm so sorry. My role? I was the one who reached out to the Inquisition and asked them to investigate you. Like a fool, you followed me. Yet all the while I knew I would soon throw you to the Church's slavering hounds. Oh, it's even a lower. Perfect. Ha! Leota's face expresses undisguised approval. He shifts his stance, readying himself to fight. Here we go, guys. Darren parts his lips to say something, but then he presses them into a thin line, restraining himself. It is good that we have finally had an honest conversation. I've always appreciated honesty in people. Leota stands motionless like a statue. Please tell me 3 is the number. He stares at you expectantly, as if asking for your permission to continue. You are not my friend or my ally. You're just a bargaining chip. I'll have forgotten you entirely by the time the first of your blackened ashes are carried off by the winds of the whirlwind. Wow. Oh my god. Why does it gets easier and easier to lie to him? That's so sad. What about suddenly telling the truth? No, you said that we can't ever tell him the truth. I'm so sorry, Darren. Leota gives a barely perceptible nod. A circle of runes starts to glow faintly at his feet. They don't, but sure. Darren listens to your words, never taking his eyes off your face. Oh, this is so heartbreaking. And only when you're about to finish does he finally break. Oh no, I've broken him. I know that's the point. He averts his eyes, avoiding looking at anyone. His voice sounds hoarse. So this is how it ends. I suppose I deserve this, don't I? If you walk through life without showing any compassion or gratitude to anyone, it is highly unreasonable to expect someone to show compassion toward you. I'm so sorry. Sorry, I have neither the time nor the strength to continue this conversation any longer. Do what you have to do, Illyria. And Darren pauses for a moment, mustering his courage. I must warn you. There is someone who may be severely displeased by your attempt to kill me. Someone dangerous. Prepare yourself. It's nice of him to warn me. Oh, maybe we should have pre-buffed. There is a palpable shift in the surroundings. Everything seems to tremble, but then would the other have been hasted and whatnot? Would it have taken Darren's buffs? Everything seems to tremble, like in the moment before a thunderstorm. There are no bolts of lightning or rolls of thunder, but the sensation of some malicious presence, enraged and bewildered, rings through the air. We did it, Commander! It's coming, right into our trap. A scream of a dozen voices, soundless but powerful, drills into your ears and resounds over the land. The ritual circle drawn by the Inquisitor flares to life.
Close ranks.
Let's go, team! Hey, Darren, do you think you can help? Your healing would be appreciated. Yeah, nah, he's out. I don't even have him at my party. God damn. Okay, can you please kill the other? He looks very different from when I last saw him. What's the specs now? Level 40 undead. Yeah, he had Syrian Light on him. He's immune to basically everything. Damage from non-magical weapons. Thank God, I think all my weapons are magical. Spells with a target. Physical damage from weapon. Oh my God. How do I kill him?
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
That's a problem. Okay, so I can only use AoE. God. I really don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. His reflex is average, I guess, for his level. Good luck.
Won't survive me.
I guess the magical weapon is getting around it, more or less. More or less. Is it reduced? No. Good. Multiplied. Why are you multiplied? Don't know. Don't care. Use your... try not to hit anybody, if you could, please. I don't want to kill anybody with your breath weapon. Darren doesn't count, quite frankly. I think we're good. A sudden silence falls over the battlefield. It is accompanied by the sensation of sinking into deep water, slowly and inevitably. The surface grows further and further away. The darkness grows deeper and deeper around you, and below is nothing but bottomless black. Voices sound inside your head. No, not voices. Images. Ideas. Deal. The blackness seems to extend its hand, a vague extremity, an open palm. Deal. Let go. Let go of us. An agonizing yearning for freedom grows through you, piercing your entire self. It comes from without, but you feel it as your own. Reward. You get reward. Power. Away. We will go away. The old door is closing. We will step back. A picture of Darren's severed head dripping with blood appears before your eyes, looking eerily real. So that's my problem. By killing the other, what happens to Darren? My biggest concern previously would be that he loses his powers because he's no longer getting his abilities through another entity. But now I'm worried that he's going to die in this transaction, and yes, we're going to have to reload if that happens. What are you? A stream of feelings and images crashes upon your mind. They cannot be described in any language you know. You can only sense the general shape of them, the direction, the aftertaste. Space, void, death, infinity, journey, escape, hunger, over and over, hunger. What do you want? Secret, keep the secret, door, close the door. A desperate desire to break free from the trap and escape lances through your mind and heart. I refuse, you will die, creature. The feeling of sinking into the depths is replaced by the sensation of a whirlpool rolling around you. Death, freedom, freedom, death.
This will be quick.
As long as Darren's still not a person on the field that I can actually hit. Oh, he healed. Son of a bitch. Oh, are we doing something? Whose turn is it? Everybody attack. No? Hello? Thank you. Then winning initiative again. Flowing through some good hits. Regil, if you could please. Probably should have smited it. Wait, what is your chaotic evil undead? Oh, that's me? I now look like this bullshit? Oh my god. Okay, well, we can't do targets. I'm not allowed to do targets. I have to pass the symbols him through it so to attack the strongest among them. There's only one dude, so it doesn't really work. So I'm going to have to do something small because I don't want to kill my allies. Yeah, I said small. I wasn't kidding. Okay.
Cover me, all right?
Where were you, Woljif, that you were that far back? Oh no, confusion. And cloud kill? Yeah, Great Boar. Can you charge out of that, please? No?
Doesn't work.
Oh well, at least you just get out of it. That's a start. Congratulations. Now, Lan and myself. Lan, I'm sorry, it does reduce your shots, but get out of Cloud Kill. Cloud Kill's a
Make
bitch.
every strike count.
Regil, smite this bad boy. Okay, he didn't do it, but I'll consider him smited.
Kneel before me.
Me, please move. Thank you. Do another flame strike. Sweet as, but you know, AoE and all that. Oh, it would have been justice if it had worked. Poor Woljif is out. Leota is going to... Oh, I thought he was going to do the final strike, but no. Leave it to Ivy. Decide Daren's fate. Guys, can you get out of the way? Thanks.
My skills are absolute.
Yeah, Woljif,
Ask
back
nicely.
out of there.
I'm always ready.
Darren wraps his arms around himself for a moment, clutching at his shoulders. With a slightly crazed look in his eyes, he surveys the area, his gaze never resting on anything in particular. His lips move, but no sound comes out. At last, the Count says, "It's over. Please tell me he's still an oracle. Please tell me he's still an oracle." I hope it is. The commander and I spared no effort to home in on this entity, and then to lure it into a trap. I assume now you understand the real reason behind everything we put you through, Count. I'm especially proud of my overly ruthless Inquisitor speech. I like you, not so ruthless Inquisitor. 'Tis a real shame that I shall have to kill you. Wait, why? What are you talking about? Well, Darren is speaking in a strange manner, apparently marveling at the sound of his own voice, tasting each word on his tongue. Either that, or the Inquisition will grip me by the throat and finally execute me. Unless they decide to lock me up in some closed facility for clerics and mages that looks suspiciously like a prison. Leota remains calm despite the heavy toll of combat and threat to his life. Count, you are without a doubt guilty of being in contact with a vile entity from the beyond, and of concealing signs of its presence in Mendev and the Crusade. That makes you an accomplice to all its crimes committed by this other, whatever it is. Of course, Mendevian justice in all its glory. You dare to complain, criminal? You've already been shown too much leniency. Commander, he is dangerous and had no intention of repenting. He should be dealt with here and now. Hell no! It is my duty to pass your case to the Inquisition Tribunal, but I am certain that the judges will take into consideration your youth and the extreme circumstances under which you first entered the entity. Encountered, wow, the entity. And they will treat you with leniency. I seriously doubt that the death sentence will even be raised as a possibility, but... Leota pauses. Count, can you still use your abilities as an oracle? That's what I want to know. What? What does that have to do with... You can. I'm positive of it. Thank you. I know how abilities like yours work. Unlike clerics, you do not gain your power by choice. You do not choose your destiny. You are simply chosen. The other, whatever it was, chose you. You became its gateway and thus acquired your power. Now it is dead. But this power still remains with you. Yay! This means that the gateway wasn't sealed with the death of its creator. Hence, you, Count, are an open road into the unknown, where these horrible head-collecting entities come from. You remain a threat. Ha. And this means that there is a high probability that Tribunal will decide to send you to a closed asylum, where you remain under the Church's supervision for the rest of your life. Do I get a say in this? Your achievements are great, Commander. Oh, wow. Wow. Leota, you're going to stab me in the back like this, and now I have to kill you? Pfft, that sucks. Perhaps the Mendev Inquisition's Tribunal will listen to your arguments, but I can't promise anything. Darren, do you have anything to say about the gateway and all the other things Leota is talking about? Darren licks his lips nervously. Of all those assembled here, I may know the least about these creatures and what they were trying to do to me. I was simply instructed to keep my mouth shut, otherwise the next severed head would be my own. So I said nothing. I have been saying nothing for 10 long years, while they used me to come and go from this world as they pleased. Oh, I don't know how it works. I don't know if there is some road inside me or where this may lead. There must be another way to resolve this. Another way? I'm afraid there is no such way, Commander. Don't ask me to sacrifice my principles. I will never do that. The only thing I can say is that the Tribunal's verdict, no matter what it will most probably not be carried out as long as active hostilities continue in the Crusade. But after they are over, we will have to step in. Actually, there is another way. You can kill me right in here and now. Darren chuckles, then waves his hand and rubs his eyes tiredly. I'm not joking, and I'm not being overly dramatic. I'm not going to that damned tribunal, and I'm not going to any damned asylum. This life, so-called life, they have prepared for me is everything I have ever hated, with a little extra on top. I will not be able to live like that. I never even want to try. I would prefer to take one final breath as a free man than to live decades more with a noose around my neck. For someone like him, death really would be better than what awaits him after the tribunal. This is like a morally evil thing to do, but leader, can't you just accept that killing the entity within him is enough? Why did you have to go so far as to blame Darren? I'm sorry, but I'm keeping my healer. Nope. Alas, I can't accept what you plan to do to Darren. Darren stares at you with a surprisingly sincere expression of gratitude. I do believe that was the most significant thing anyone has ever done for me. I'm here for you, boo. I'm here for you. Isn't that touching? And now, if you'll allow me, I intend to fight back as hard as I can to keep you from lawlessly murdering me. Goddess, Leader Hookblade takes his final stand. Can we just not kill him? Just knock him out? I mean, he's gonna follow us against the earth then, but still. I don't want to kill you. I really don't. It's so unnecessary. You know? I'm sorry. But you really left me with no choice. That was... I'm sorry. Jesus. Was that Leader? Leader's dead already. Well, that sucks. I kind of like the guy. Hey, let's try out some of our new spells. We haven't done Rainbow Starfall. One enemy creature, long range. He's not going to last long enough for that to really work. Let's do Rainbow Arrows instead. Creates a rainbow arrow that jumps from target to target up to 1 time per 4 caster levels, dealing a shit ton of damage. Randomly chosen. Okay, oop. Turn that bad boy on, so maybe it's not so randomly chosen. Creature with a long range. Hi, sir. That is a beastly ability. Holy shit. I'm sorry, Leader. I really am. My sincere apologies. I really didn't want it to come to this, but dude, what else was I gonna do? Let Darren be destroyed? The story that began 10 years ago at Heaven's Edge is finally over. Sorry! I'm sorry. I feel like I'm yelling a lot today, but I'm just feeling energetic, which is weird because I didn't even want to play. I wanted to watch some games myself. Sorry! I didn't mean it. We good? Well, it doesn't look like Darren's gonna hold it against me. It looks like he's understanding that I had him in my mind all along. Don't know about Rudgel. Rudgel's pretty displeased about this, I'm sure.
Word.
Here we go. I was about to say, do I have to talk to him later? We need the summing up. But now that we've got voice acting, this is the actual end. Why did you mention freedom?
Because it is the greatest treasure, second only to life itself, which many fail to appreciate, sadly. People are so eager to shackle themselves, sacrificing their freedom, and they don't even realize it. Well, so be it. I am free now, and I, for one, do know how to appreciate my freedom.
We just killed a man for your sake.
Oh, yes. And I even feel something approaching regret. This Inquisitor didn't seem such a dreadful hypocrite, unlike the others of his kind. He died for his beliefs. Such is life. The genuinely righteous always die first.
True that.
But he knew the risks. I doubt I would ever be willing to sacrifice everything I am for the sake of a stranger.
I have so many questions for you about the other and more.
Let's postpone this conversation till we are back at camp or somewhere else safe. Apologies, but I'm too exhausted now to talk about it. First, I need to convince myself that it's all over.
Okay, I'll talk to you later then.
I rarely say things like this. I have never said anything like this to anyone before, to be precise. But I am amazed by everything you have done for me. I'm not sure I deserved it, but still, I am very grateful.
I'll never hear those words ever again. Not from him. Okay, we just committed murder, but I got the outcome I was wanting, so bit of a trade-off. Now that we've done that, I do believe that we're Pelura falling into place of execution and desolate thicket is what I'm thinking. It's what I'm thinking. And I think we need to use my army to at least do some scouting at the very least if she's not going to do any battle. Who are you lot? Follow the Bane. I don't know much movement, but can you do some reconnaissance in this direction, please? Thank you. such as it was. I appreciate that. So we might just fast travel back to Dresden. Oh, we have to see people while we're here, don't we? Yes. And then we'll head on out. Enter the Citadel. Oh, wait. Am I going to go to the Court of Peach Blossoms? I have a feeling I might have to. It's okay. I don't know a quick way of getting to the Citadel. The court. I know how to get from the court to the Citadel in one move, but I don't know how to do the same in return. Gesmere. Do I know you? Same as before, but far more weary. After you interfered, blind Gesmere... Oh, Winterson! Yes. So it is true. The commander has returned from the dead. We've heard all manner of rumours, but we did not know what to believe. So I came here myself to be sure it's true, and not yet another trick of the demons. How do you see if you're blind? Oh well. What's the news from Wintersun? I thought time would heal Wintersun, but it hasn't been easy. People gradually returned to their lives, but the mere sight of their homeland brought back memories of the atrocities. This is why, when the demons returned, we didn't fight the way we should have. What will you do now? We will leave in search of a better life. The place we call home all these centuries no longer accepts us. There are too many ghosts here, too many memories. Gesmere sighs. I do not know where we'll go, but I will pray to the spirits that we find that the new place will accept us. Farewell. Farewell, Commander. May the spirits watch over you. I hope our paths will cross again someday. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do with that information. Exactly, but sure. Bye. Tina, Scenery Master. Ah, Commander, good day to you and all that. I'm Tina from the Next Door Theatre. Remember me? So, here's the score. We've finished rehearsing and are ready to stage the world premiere of our play about your exploits. Grandma sent me to invite you. We're ready to get started. Great, let's go now. I don't know if I have to come back. I might catch Darin or something, probably. That's okay, we can go. Are you taking me to the court? No, we're just going down to the square. I'm a bit concerned about your trebuchet. Oh yeah, I forgot that we had the Cyclops as me. Grandma Gretlin, the director. Grandma Gretlin's smile shines with pride and happiness. Her new ladle shines equally bright, and she holds it like a scepter. I don't think she's holding anything, but it's kind of hard to see her hands. They're inside her skirt. Ladies and gentlemen, the day has come that every participant in the crusade has waited with bated breath. The day when we, the Next Door Theatre, finally present to you our newest production. Hurrah, theatre! I wonder if I comment on everything that happens. Will people decide I'm an impolite dragon? Fine, I'll behave. Theatre, theatre! Oh. Well, some of us are here. There's Ember, Greyboar, and me. And that looks like Waldorf. Okay. Greyboar casts a long, thoughtful look at Ember. The elf's story is reflected on the dwarf's stern face by a slight smile. The massive prop catapult behind Grandma creaks loudly and somewhat ominously in time with her words. At least, you hope it's a prop. Today we return to the recent past, to one of the first victories won by the commander. Our show is dedicated to these grandiose, incredible, mind-blowing, exciting, large-scale, grand, and legendary, half those words mean roughly the same thing in this context, events many of you probably witnessed firsthand. As a director and playwright, I feel humbled and honoured to... Captured by her own speech, Grandma brandishes her ladle with wild enthusiasm and accidentally touches, but only lightly, one of the catapult's levers. You hear a theatrically loud whisper from the ranks of the actors. Does anyone remember what we used to load that catapult? I have a better question. What did the projectile hit? I see something that resembles a plume of smoke, and the place similar to the one where we left the crates our props are in. Who's even talking, by the way? I have no idea who's talking. I put my cherry pie in the catapult bucket to have a secret snack during the performance, and now it flew away. The last sentence is followed by a loud sob. Stop panicking. I want to know what happened to this poor person. The show must go on, even if we are left without our costumes and props. If something does not go according to plan, improvise. Having whispered these instructions quite loudly to her crew, Grandma Gretlin gives a beaming smile to the audience. Nothing more than a few fireworks to celebrate our premiere. Now, we shall begin. Hurrah for the performance. In the year 4715th. That is a weird way to describe a year, but sure. In the area near Dresden, a figure appears in front of the army awaiting her orders. It is their leader, Knight Commander Lyria. My heart burns. Lambkin pauses, moving her lips quietly. Wait, Lambkin's female? Lambkin's female? Since when? Before inspiring her army with a stirring speech, the commander paused, preparing to say the most important words. Prompt, courage. My heart burns with courage. Courage, the delighted Lambkin sounds proudly, and feeling inspired, goes on almost without hesitation. We will never give up. Onward, my warriors. The commander's speech was certainly inspiring, but she understood it wasn't enough in the face of the upcoming dangers. She needed to describe the goal to the army and give real hope to the soldiers. And so the commander exclaimed. Grandma throws an encouraging glance at Lambkin, and Lambkin throws a pleading glance at you. Like an arrow, we will fly to our goal. We rush to our goal with... Lambkin pauses to prepare the last few words the way others prepare for a race or a flight. Light Seed! Light Seed is an ancient Aslanti battle cry and a spell for good luck. Remarks without batting an eye. Oh man, she definitely is good at improvisation. Then with her army properly inspired, the commander explained the details of her grand strategic plan. This is the worst play ever. It's not even a play. As we all know, the commander planned to use a time paradox to liberate Dresden. I did. News to me. To do this, she changed the previous event so that there was no need to liberate Dresden at all. To make Dresden liberate itself through manipulations of time, she needed to ensure the city had never fallen, and thus had no need of liberation. You just said the exact same thing multiple times. Grandma pants, catching her breath. And that is exactly what happened. Right now, when you look at the stage, you see the accurate theatrical depiction of time travelling, which is to say you see nothing happening whatsoever since it has already happened in the past. Oh my god. And now that all of you have witnessed the most spectacular, dramatic, and impressive culmination of our play, yeah, it really was, let us return to reality for a moment to discuss the person whom we are all gathered here to celebrate, the Commander. After all, this was one of our earliest adventures. Wish Golfrey was here to appreciate this. That isn't well, if there's no horns. I just thought the cloak was something I'd given somebody, but maybe he was already wearing it. So what do you say, Commander? Do you like our show? I had so much fun. Of course, sure. A mysterious smile appears on Grandma Gretlin's face. Believe it or not, Commander, but every true comedian knows their calling is to provoke laughter and smiles, but not necessarily on stage. And it need not be a successful, professional, and perfectly organised performance. Sometimes our art exceeds the limitations of the stage. And now, unfortunately, the time has come to say goodbye. We were with you almost from the first day. This is true. Knabras. But now the show is over, and the next Hill Theatre troupe has other places to be and other plays to perform. Bye! Nice knowing you. Darren. I don't know if I have to talk to Soziel ever again. Look at that. I don't even have a face there. God, it's so horrible. It's horrifying. I have a number of new questions for you. I thought so. Darren gives you a sad smile. Do you know what that entity haunting you was exactly? We called it the Other. It is not an entity, but entities, though you may still call them the Other if you wish. It's a fitting name. I myself invented several hundred different names for them over the course of our 10 years together. Most of them were completely unutterable in any polite society, of course. If you wish to know what exactly that thing was, I can't give you much more information, I'm afraid. They were countless, they were dead, and they all had some kind of a joint consciousness, like a swarm of ghosts. One thing is certain, those ghosts were not of our world. I don't know where I got afraid from, Jesus. Did you voluntarily agree to all the conditions proposed by the Other? It was absolutely voluntary. If you forget about the demonic plague or the murderous Litu orchestrating it, it was either that or certain death. What was it like living with that? It was most certainly an unforgettable experience. In all seriousness, though, I'm not sure I'm ready to talk about it quite yet. You said when we came back to camp or back at town. We're back at town, and now you don't want to talk about it. Ha! The Other have grown so deep into me. I still can't process the fact that the leash, the constant surveillance, is gone. A mind-altering realization in all senses of the word. Why did the Other behave so oddly, concealing their presence by any means possible while at the same time beheading demons and humans alike? I haven't the slightest clue. Absolutely no idea. They did not talk to me much, except for a few rare instances when they wanted to frighten me or make me do something for them. I'm not even sure about those heads, whether they actually killed anyone or simply found corpses and took the parts they liked most. I had plenty of time to hypothesize over the years, and I came up with several theories. I'm not sure if any of them were true, but I think the Other It's so weird saying other as a singular, yet treating it like plural. I think the other were not hiding from us mortals. It looked more like they were afraid of gods and other powerful entities. You can't roam around the world without stumbling upon a cleric or a cultist, and those fellows are more than happy to pass their news on to their patrons. This might be the only reason for the other not to reveal themselves around mortals. Although nobody was truly able to threaten their existence until they met the mythical commander of the Fifth Crusade. Yes, I am indeed a mythical creature, am I not? Why didn't the other come out to defend you before? After all, you found yourself in danger on multiple occasions on your travels with me. That is certainly true. You are a source of endless danger and fun. As for your question, Darren sighs. I took some precautions to vouchsafe my life. A contract with Abadar's temple in the capital. It cost me several years' worth of revenue from all my estates combined. Under the contract, if I failed to make contact with the temple for a year, the cleric shall be obligated to use their sacred magic to discover my fate and conduct a resurrection ritual so that it should turn out that I met a premature end. Oh, wait, what? So we could have had you die in this campaign, but by the end of it, a year later, you would have come back because the Abadar priests would have brought you back. Intriguing. The other, they knew about it, like they knew about literally everything else that happened to me. I felt their presence, their otherworldly scrutiny, as I negotiated the terms and signed the contract. The prospect of being denied their gateway for a year did not seem to perturb them. It seems, provided that I would be resurrected later. But with you, it was a very different matter. You are a threat even to demon lords. In your presence, the other were agitated, uneasy, and they flew into a rage when you expressed your intention to kill me. Oh, and that's it? What do you say to spending some time alone with me? You'll have to persuade me a little more. I jest! Of course I'd love to go. Let's go. 7 hours passes, I'm sure. Only 4. Only 4. I'll take it. And once again, he is standing on my bed. Could you please not stand on my bed? Making love always puts me in a poetic mood. Please stop me before I find a pen. I am capable of atrocities where rhyming is involved, like pairing wash to shore with 4 times more. Lol. Okay, well, at least there's that. Oh, I just teleported. Like magic. Captain Odin. Commander, glad to see you back at the head of the military council. A decision is required of you more urgently than ever. Here's the situation. We don't have an army. Yeah, I know. Galfrey bloody took it, in the strictest sense. And the enemy is putting up much more of a fight than previously. Judging from the reports, the demons are relying less and less on the armies of their mortal servants and the power of simple blades, and more on magic and dark sorceries. We must respond in kind by bolstering our forces with expert spellcasters. I'm prepared to send an order to Canabras at once, requesting the necessary reinforcements. But I don't want to use spellcasters. I propose we support our army with bardic magic. I don't want any bards! I need DPS, Odin. DPS. That's damage per second. I need damage dealers in my army. I want the mongrels back. Bards learn all kinds of spells in their travels, and their songs can inspire our warriors and give them strength to fight. I don't care! These demons know their Var magics, but I know something stronger than that. The power of the gods. We need some more priests in our army. Their spells will chase away the darkness and heal the wounded. We would do well to invite monks into our army. They've been hardened by a lifetime of training, and even demonic corruption cannot harm them. Do I get the sisters? They seem very monkey. If you're in need of mages versed in the art of killing, you should contact the Daggermark Poisoners Guild. Their alchemists are second to none when it comes to making deadly poisons or utilizing them in battle. Oh, man. Oh, man. Why didn't you leave with Galfrey, Captain Odin? Captain Odin grows pale, but his voice sounds cold and steady. I did put in a request for transfer to the front lines. Unfortunately, it was refused. Command determined that, due to the psychological trauma I suffered during my years of service on the border, I am no longer fit for battlefield command. He lowers his head. As much as it stings me to admit, they may be right. It's been a long time since I smelled burning flesh and heard the screams of battle, and I can't guarantee that, when I do, I'll be able to maintain my composure, that I won't fail the soldiers who will be depending on me. However, I can still serve them by staying where I am. I don't know. They can probably do things from range, right? Monks? The demons won't be too pleased when they realize their spells are powerless against our warriors, and it will do the troops some good to have an example of discipline and fortitude in clear view at all times. I'll send a letter to Golarion. Okay. Well, I don't think it's going to go well. Done. Did anybody else need me somewhere else, or am I free to leave? I don't know. Let's just leave and see if I have to go to the court. for any reason. I can't ever see my pretty portrait ever again. It was so pretty. I really liked seeing it. Do you guys still need me? Yeah, okay, we do still need to go there. Okay, let's go then.